Hey everyone, I'm the Pixel Pathfinder and my goal is to help you find great new indie games to play. Today in this video, I want to go over some of the exciting titles that are coming out in October of 2024. To be honest, it's kind of a sparse month for me. There's not a whole lot that looks really exciting and compelling that's coming out. We do have a Next Fest launching very soon this month, which is something to be excited about. And we actually do have one of my most anticipated games of the year launching this month. Outside of that, we're going to take a look at some of the other things that I think are pretty interesting here. So let's go ahead and jump in with our top 5. In at number 5, we're going to have Europa. So Europa is an adventure action game. It's got kind of like a Studio Ghibli art style here, and basically you're going to play as this young boy who's out in this fantastical world with a bunch of different islands and things like that, and the gameplay is very much focused on exploration, traversing the different terrain, solving different puzzles, exploring ruins, and really just focused on that kind of discovery aspect. There isn't too much that I've seen in the way of like combat and things like that, so it is very much a game for those of you who want to go out, explore, see the sights, discover new things, and challenge yourself with some kind of semi-difficult 3D platforming and also some puzzle solving. So pretty good one there for you if you're into that kind of stuff. In at number 4, we're going to have Neva or Neva or Neva. I'm not exactly sure how you say this, but this is a adventure platforming puzzle game by the creators of Grease or Gris, or however you say it. Again, they've got titles I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce here, but this game looks absolutely gorgeous. Out of all the games here for October, this is the game to me that looks like it's going to be an experience to play. It's got a lot of interesting things going on in terms of the monster design, very reminiscent of some of the kind of more darker Studio Ghibli stuff. So like Princess Mononoke, might be a little bit of Spirited Away in there with all these different masks and stuff like that. But the game looks gorgeous. You play as a girl or a woman who's out on an adventure with this sort of like wolf that she meets. It's got antlers and stuff, so I don't know exactly if it's a wolf, but that is kind of where this is headed. It looks really interesting, and I think that I'm not sure how long the game will be, but I think it will be one to definitely play if you like a really immersive experience, and I absolutely love the monster design and art style, so there's a pretty good chance at some point I'll pick this one up and check it out. Next, in at number 3, we have Amber Isle. So this is for all you out there that like cozy games, you like crafting, management, stuff like Stardew Valley. Amber Isle is basically all that. It's 3D, and you're in a village full of dinosaurs. So you got dinosaurs, you got some saber-toothed cats, some mammoths, and things like that. You got a fully customizable dinosaur avatar here. And yeah, you're basically just going to go out there and do the standard sort of crafting, farming, harvesting type of stuff here. So go out, get your materials, come back, craft your furniture. In this case, you're seeing them set up a shop and different stuff like that. So if this is your genre, this looks like a really cute, really cozy game to check out. And I do really like and appreciate the sort of dinosaur twist here. I think it's something we haven't seen a lot. There's been a couple other games like Paleo Pines that are out there, but in that game you are playing as like a human that kind of interacts with dinosaurs. And this one, it's just got this whole like dinosaur village vibe, which I think is really cool, really cute, really interesting. So take a look at this one if you're a fan of those types of games. And at number 4, we have Nico de Rico. I think that's how you say that. Nico de Rico, The Magical World. And this is an adventure platforming game that is very reminiscent of like Donkey Kong Country and those types of games, which I am a huge fan of. I played a ton of Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo, and this looks kind of like a modern take on that. I'm not gonna lie, like it's a little bit dorky, I guess, in the character and villain designs and stuff like that, but I'm not really here for all of that. I'm here for the actual gameplay. And so what you're gonna see here, I think, as you look at this is something that does look like a fairly modern take on the Donkey Kong Country series. And if you're not someone who owns like a Nintendo Switch or likes to play on those types of consoles, you know, if you're mainly a PC player, we don't get a whole lot of stuff like this. You know, we occasionally get a Rayman. We do get some more like Mario 64 style 3D platforming games, but we don't get a lot of these kind of like linear side scroller ones. And so I'm actually really excited to try this out and to play it, and I'm really looking forward to kind of just having this as a chill game to sit back, relax, and play, you know, when I'm just in the mood for something bright, colorful, and adventurous. And then finally, our number one game for the month and my most anticipated game of October, and also one of my most anticipated games of the entire year, is a AAA game, not an indie game, and maybe you can guess what it is, but if you can't, I'm about to spoil it. It is Metaphor ReFantazio. So this is a turn-based JRPG by Atlas. This is from the creators of the Persona series. So the primary designer here has worked on Persona 3, 4, and 5. And this is not in the Persona series. It's also not in the Shin Megami Tensei series, which is from the same developers. This is an entirely new IP that they're developing. It's set in a world where there's big sort of fantasy elements. It has an art style and character design that really reminds me of things like the Berserk anime, which is really interesting, really intriguing. But in this sort of scenario, the king has unexpectedly died, and there's this big event going on essentially to kind of determine who's going to become the next king. And the protagonist is getting into this event in order to, I think it was to seek revenge for a friend of his, or maybe it was to find a friend of his. I can't remember entirely right at the moment. But you're going to get in there with a turn-based combat system that does have some action combat elements, just like the Persona series, Shin Megami Tensei, stuff like that. Your characters are essentially going to have these, they're not called personas, but they're like personas, sort of like different monster forms that you can equip and use in combat. And it just looks really good. It does have the sort of timing system that the Persona games have, where you kind of have a limited amount of time and you have to choose your actions that you're going to take throughout each day. But something that's really appealing to me is you're not playing as a high schooler and you're not sitting there doing, like school activities and sports and clubs and stuff like that. I have always wanted to really get into and play the Persona series, but I just have not been able to because I cannot stand the time-based school aspect. I really just want to jump into the combat. This here looks like it's much more focused on the combat and story side over that sort of time management side. But what is there for the time management side, I think it makes a lot more sense. It's not, again, in that setting for like high school and stuff like that. So to me, I think it might be a little bit more tolerable. So I'm really excited to get a look at Metaphor ReFantazio here very soon. So just to kind of run back through and recap here, we've got Europa. This is launching on October 11th. There is currently a demo out you can play if you want to check it out. Neva, however you want to say it, is coming out on October 15th. No demo or anything like that I'm aware of. We've got Amber Isle. Again, no demo for this one, but it's coming out on October 10th as well. For Nicorito, The Magical World, this one, it says to be announced, but I believe the actual release date is October 15th. So it doesn't show here on Steam for whatever reason, but it has been shown in a trailer that this is coming out on October 15th. And then Metaphor ReFantazio is coming out on October 10th, and there is a prologue demo that you can play, and the progress from the demo will carry over to the full game. So jump in and check that out if you are interested. So that is a look at October. At the end here, I just wanted to share with you a couple things here. So these are some of the games for October that I have kind of had my eye on that I haven't brought up in this video. So starting at Kill Knight and then going all the way down to Dragon Age Veilguard here. Now, this doesn't mean that I want all these games or I'm super excited for all these games. They're just ones I have my eye on. So if you want, you can pause, take a look at these. and look into some other stuff if nothing here in this video caught your eye, but hopefully something did. So let me know in the comment section below what you're excited for. If I missed a game that you're really excited about, let me know. Share this video with a friend so they can pick out something awesome to play in October. Like the video if you liked it. If you want to support the channel and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you taking time to watch one of my videos, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.